Let me ask you something that should make your gut tighten. How many days pass between you cutting a check and seeing that money come back in? Because it's not just about billing fast. It's not just about getting paid. It's about the timing. You pay your suppliers, you pay your subs, you pay your crew, you front cash for materials, and then you wait and wait and wait some more. That space between your money out and money in, that's called the cash gap, and it can kill your business slowly. So what is cash gap days? Well, it's calculated by taking your days sales outstanding plus your days inventory outstanding minus your days payable outstanding. So let me break that alphabet soup down. Days sales outstanding, or DSO, that's how long it takes to get paid after sending the invoice. Days inventory outstanding, that's how long your materials sit before getting used or billed. Days payable outstanding, that's how long you take to pay your vendors. So if you wait 45 days to get paid, that's days sales outstanding. If you hold inventory for 15 days before using it, you pay vendors in 30 days, your cash gap, 45 plus 15 minus 30, that means you're at 30 days. That 30 days where you've spent money and haven't gotten it back, well, that's your cash gap. Let me give you a job site analogy. Cash gap days are like building a deck before the concrete's cured. You're stacking weight on a weak foundation. It might hold for now, but all it takes is one wrong step and the whole thing collapses. You're stretched thin and risking a snap. If you got a 30 to 60 day cash gap, you're funding other people's jobs with your own money. So what is a healthy cash gap? 0 to 15 days, that's pretty tight control. You're winning the timing game. If it's 16 to 30 days, well, that's manageable, but plan ahead. When you get 31 to 60 days, your cash drain is starting to build. But if it's over 60 days, you're running a lending business by accident. The goal isn't a positive gap, it's a shrinking one. Every day of gap is a day you're floating your job for free. Let me give you a real contractor example. I had a general contractor I work with, was doing $5.2 million a year, and he was booked solid, jobs lined up, but every month his cash was pretty tight. He was borrowing from the line of credit, delaying payments, losing sleep. We looked at his numbers. Days sales outstanding, 47 days. Days inventory outstanding, 19 days. Days payable outstanding, 23 days. So that meant his cash gap was 43 days. Every dollar he spent took 43 days to come back, if it came back at all. So we attacked it. We cut days sales outstanding by billing faster and following up harder. We staged inventory more strategically. We negotiated 45-day terms with the key vendors. 6 months later, days sales outstanding, 32, days inventory outstanding, 10, days payable outstanding, 35. New cash gap, 7 days. Same work, same clients, much better cash flow. So how do you shrink your own cash gap? Number one, I would say invoice immediately when the work hits milestone. Don't wait until the job's done. Bill early, bill often. Number two, track days sales outstanding weekly. If it's trending up, so is your risk. Number three, tighten up material ordering. Don't tie up cash in supplies you won't use for weeks. Number four, negotiate better terms with vendors. You're not a bank. Make someone else float the materials. Number five, build collections follow-up into your weekly process. They'll pay eventually isn't a strategy. So here's a final word. Cash doesn't flow. It gets stuck. And every day it's stuck, you're bleeding margin into the delay. So ask yourself, how long is my money out there before I see it again? Because in construction, if your cash gap is wide, you're building someone else's project with your money. And that's not sustainable. That's a trap.